Now, if you're ready for some MMA action, let the fighters out back in the locker rooms let them know. Let's hear it. If you're ready for some hard-hitting MMA action, let them hear it over in Galesburg. Well, we're going to get this thing started first. Our first bout of the night features a fighter joining us from Galesburg, Illinois. Fighting out of the red corner, welcome Sean Johnson.
And it begins, that's right. We're at Caged Aggression 3.
My name is Sean Johnson. I'm training
at the
for
Knox
this
County
fight.
Fairgrounds.
It's been a lot of fun.
Let's hear from the
Finally got me a
fighters.
sparring buddy. My predictions for this fight, it's going to be fun, nice show for the crowd, and I'm going to knock him out. To my opponent, I'd like to say good luck. Let's put on a good show. And to my fans, I'd like to say thanks for the support. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it.
Joining us from Monmouth, Illinois, Nathan Garrett.
Training for this fight has gone well. I feel like I'm ready. My predictions for this fight is I'm going to go out there and get a victory. Words of wisdom to my opponent, let's just go out there and have a good time. To my fans, I'd like to thank everybody that's been supportive. I'd like to thank Keister's Motorsport for sponsoring me. I'd like to thank Lair's Collision for sponsoring me. I'd like to thank Shoot to Kill Fight Gear, Fade to Black Fight Gear. I'd like to thank all of Central Illinois Combat Club. And I'd also like to thank Blue Line. Thanks everybody.
There you go. We just got to see Nasty Nate Garrett tell us a little bit about himself, thanking his sponsors. He'll be making his way into the cage. This is a 135-pound fight. So these are some of the younger, newer talent that we were discussing, and we'll see what they're made of here at Cage Aggression 3.
And what's great about bantamweight fights at 135 is you may not necessarily get the huge knockouts like you would with the heavyweights, but what you're going to get is a non-stop action.
We'll see what these guys are carrying in their gas tank. They're going to be pushed, and hopefully they can make a name for themselves, put a good show for Knoxville here. This is the last event of the year here in Galesburg, Knoxville. Cage Aggression, Extreme Cage Rental putting on another great show. It's a packed house here. The cars are just sprawling outside of this complex, the Knox County Fairgrounds. A lot of people are packed in here.
It is the third.
Very excited.
It is the third time here, and what's great is with each time they come back, they've almost doubled in size. So that says a lot about the venue. That says a lot about the promoter and the event. It's always a great time when you come to a Cage Aggression event.
Yeah, these fans are psyched up as the fighters are making their way to the cage. There's Nasty Nate in the black trunks. The tattoo across his chest. Now he'll be fighting out of the blue corner. Right now we're just waiting for Sean Johnson to make his way in. Referee for tonight, Mike Smith, Master Mike Smith.
That's right. And if you're from the Quad Cities area, you know Mike Smith from his gym E-Kims. He's been doing this for a very long time, so he's very well versed in the sport. He's gonna be firm but fair tonight. He's gonna let things go if they need to, but he's also gonna be in there to stop it. It's fighters first, safety first.
Yeah, that's right. You know, as a master, he sees his guys fight all the time, so he's gonna do what's best for them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first bout of the evening features a fighter. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 134 1/2 pounds. From Galesburg, Illinois, Sean Johnson. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 132 1/2 pounds. He trains with the Central Illinois Combat Club and is sponsored by Fade to Black Fight Gear, Shoot to Kill Fight Gear, and Keister's Tire Centers. Joining us from Monmouth, Illinois, Nathan Nasty Garrett.
Mike Smith in the center of the cage, getting ready.
Fighters ready?
And it begins. Cage Aggression 3, first fight of the night. Sean Johnson in the red trunk. Just left, right. Non-stop punching by Johnson. Body shots, just going at him. He could throw some knees there. Oh, just chooses to punch away. A little on the crazy side, but some of those are landing, and they seem to be hurting.
Matt Garrett's had him in the tie clinch for a while.
Oh, not to the back. Nasty Nate. He
slows down
get a little
just a
nasty
little bit.
right about now.
That's right.
Sean is
Action slows down a little bit. Gets a takedown. Goes right into guard.
He makes it through the flurry of punches. He's on top. He's on the dominant position.
Sean Johnson is looking to do a sit-up and maybe get him in the guillotine. Got Nate Garrett right in his guard.
He's got him up against the cage now. And look at this posture.
And he's using the cage to get up, looking for the guillotine. And he's up. He's going for that standing guillotine.
He's got his arm in there. I don't think he's going to be able to get this.
Good knees to the thigh. He needs to be doing knees to the thigh more. And there's always the foot stomp to distract. In this situation, there's always a foot stomp to distract.
Nasty Nate needs to really get out of this. And
Sean Johnson really needs to look, and his head's out. His head's out. It's almost out. And he's out.
Well, that took it out of him a bit. He needs to go for a takedown. But Johnson just relentless with those punches.
He's going.
1, 2. He's like a soccer robot.
And what Nate Garrett's doing well is he's getting him
oh,
lands
team
a 1-2.
Up. He's got a couple good shots there.
He needs to go in for the kill.
Got him up against the cage.
Really unloading on him right now. Sean Johnson looking to finish as Nate Garrett a little bit wobbly.
Off. They take a breather. But Nate keeps on going after him. You know, if he's going after him, he should go after him. Attacking. He's just stepping into those punches. And they're landing, you know.
That right hook really is landing every time. He's almost pinpoint. As soon as he goes in, he's landing that right hook.
And it's just a basic 1-2. A jab and a punch. 1-2, 1-2. And Nasty Nate just walks right into it.
Nice sprawl. Looking for that. Almost had him in the Darce choke, but
well, he needs to do something right now. You know, he's got him in a good spot. Nasty Nate
Sean Johnson
has him up against the cage.
Again. 10 seconds.
Right now, he just needs to put his head up and
looking for the wall walk. Trap down.
Put some hurt into Johnson, and he doesn't capitalize on that.
Great first round.
Well, we'll see what their corners have to say about their performance here. Obviously, Johnson seemed to have gotten the best out of Nasty Nate in that round.
Right, you know what? That's a great way to kick off the night's fights. Both fighters really going at it, really setting the tone and the pace for the evening.
Great action. They both seem very tired, but obviously Johnson pretty much unscathed. So he got taken down.
Right.
Lost some punches, but he was getting a lot of great punches in there. He hurt Nate a couple of times. And really hurt him.
And Nate really needs to slow that pace down. What happened in the first round was he got the tie clinch, but he didn't throw as many knees as he needed to. So if he goes for that tie clinch again, he really needs to pull in Johnson and go for the knees and move him around. Because when you've got somebody in tie clinch, you really got control of them.
Yeah, he really needs to follow through. You got the clinch, do something.
Right.
Do something with it.
Smile on his face, ready for round 2. So he's still having fun in there, having a good time.
We'll see if he gets that clinch again, but a clinch doesn't hurt. The
Right.
knees that do the damage.
A clinch is a great beginning to something. So
Exactly. We'll see what they have right now. Let's hope their coaches gave them some good advice, and we'll see what this round gives us.
right.
Here we go. Again with the punches, they're just landing. He needs to keep his hands up. Nate needs to keep his hands up.
Circling way.
He's walking in there kind of sloppy.
Right into it.
Again. Okay, start to the second round just like the first.
Because the body's right for the taking for that
Another
knee.
small.
Needs to keep
Left.
his hands up.
I don't know why he's going after him. He's
Sean
walking
Johnson
into
landing
the-
that right again.
Nate gets one out.
Sean Johnson really is landing that right with pinpoint accuracy. And Nate Garrett's going right into it.
Well,
Nate
Nate
Garrett
connects a
landed
couple
shot
of
of his
tough
own.
punches.
Going for that
Look.
clinch again. Really needs to throw.
It actually seems like it just pissed Johnson off.
Right.
You could tell in his face he was angry about that.
Now Sean Johnson's going for the guillotine again and really needs to make sure that he doesn't gas his arms out when he's doing that.
Well, now he's just pushing him
They're
off,
both out.
which is a good idea because he's getting the best of the exchanges when they're boxing.
You can tell both fighters are getting a little bit tired, and that's going to be understood with the pace of the fight. Lands an uppercut.
Right here, good. Suck his legs
Takes-
out. Hey, suck his legs out.
Again,
Pull him
Nate
flat to the
pushes,
back, all right?
gets
Go.
him up against the cage. He could do something great here, but he needs to get his head out of
Step to your right.
out of
okay?
there,
Pull his
posture
legs
up,
out
and
step to
just
your
start.
right. Stop
Wait.
And what
hitting
Sean Johnson's doing well is that he's keeping his back against the cage, so that way he can't be fully taken down.
Yeah, and he's up now.
And he pushes off, saying that he wants this to be a standing game. He doesn't want to be caught up in that clinch game.
Circle, Nate. Hey, give me a cross and cross. Make a cross.
I mean, he wants to take him down. Nate wants to take him down, but he's just walking in there and getting hammered with this
He's
punch.
very tired too.
Oh, now it
Right
seems like
into
Johnson could
guillotine.
have a choke in there
Looking for the guillotine.
from the
Sean
bottom.
Johnson looking for the guillotine. He's got to get his legs up over his body.
Nate's got an arm in his
And his
face.
head's
He
up.
pulls his head out. Nate's in dominant position. He could do
Looking for
some
some
damage
hammer
here.
fists. Almost
He's getting
getting caught
sideways.
again.
Yeah.
Maybe getting caught again in the,
No, he's on the guard.
trying to push his leg out from under him.
He's landing a couple punches. I don't know how much damage he's doing to Johnson, but there you go. He's getting the body and then the head.
He's going body, head. Very textbook. Very good.
Needs to continue to do that. Get some damage, get some points.
Right.
He's got his squirm in his neck, hitting the side. Good way to end the round for Nate.
Great way. He may have stolen the round from that last little flurry.
It was close. If this goes the distance, I guess this next round will be the deciding factor. Close round there. These two guys are very tired right now. Round number 3, the first fight of the night, Cage Aggression 3, Knoxville, Illinois, the Knox County Fairgrounds. We have 13 fights, 7 preliminary rounds, or fights rather. We have 6 title fights.
And looking at both these guys in those corners, you can tell they're very tired. It's the 3rd round. You are sucking gas, but you really need to remember the game plan and go back to what you were started with, and not just go out baseball swinging and trying for the knockout. But that's sometimes in desperation times, that's what you do. With the 3rd round, you want it to be over. 3 minutes is forever in the cage.
And like you said earlier, these guys, the smaller guys will not have the knockout power, so it's going to be kind of hard to do, especially how tired they are.
Lands that right again.
But you know what, if Nasty Nate keeps on walking in there and taking that kind of punishment, it could happen. Oh, nice knee by Johnson. Another knee by Johnson.
He needs to push off and get away from it.
Pushes off, misses with 2, connects with one of those punches. Then they're circling. Again, standing up and
Going for the right hook again.
punching.
When they're in that clinch, they need to be throwing the knees. If you're going to commit to the clinch, you need to throw the knees.
Oh, the mouthpiece goes flying. Timeout so we can get Nasty Nate his mouthpiece. Got knocked out of him with a solid left hand.
And what happens when mouth guards gets knocked out? That's because your mouth is open, you're breathing very heavy, and your mouth is open, so your mouth guard gets knocked out.
And this whole fight, Nate has been fighting with his mouth wide open. Another knee.
Lands a big knee.
But he gets a takedown. But Johnson manages to get Nate's head in between his left arm.
Going for the darce.
Well, let's see what they can pull off in this.
Yep.
And they're right in front of us right now. And Sean has got his back to the mat. We got Nate on top.
He's
punching away, getting a punch in there.
He needs to get to his knees. Get to his knees and not be. There we go.
Looking
on his
for a
knees.
choke.
Got his hands on the other guy's gloves, and they're up and out.
Up.
Back down.
Now Johnson is up. Half guard. They're right up against the cage. And he's connecting with some of those punches, doing some damage. They're both tired. He's on the dominant position.
At this point, he's doing hammer fist. You're doing whatever you need to do at this point, being on top. You're looking for any opening in your opponent at this point.
And Nate is bleeding right under his left eye. There's a little bit of blood. It's not affecting his vision. Well, not at this point.
Right, but it is still annoying. It's still something that you don't want at this point in the fight.
No, especially when he's got his back against the mat. And the referee, Mike Smith, sends them up. It was a great position for Johnson. Couldn't capitalize on it. He got stood up. And
still looking for the shot. He needs to be careful when he shoots to keep his head up.
And he gets taken down. Round's almost over. Let's see if they can get into Johnson. Looking for a choke.
Looking for the darce choke.
That's
Almost
it.
had it.
Very good fight. Lots of action.
I'll tell you what, a fight like that goes back and forth is very hard to decide.
It is, because obviously Johnson got the best of the punches. He was connecting, he was hurting. But Master Nate did get a good number of takedowns there.
He did get a number of takedowns, and also he almost stole both times he stole the rounds. So, whenever you're fighting, you want to make sure you go to the very end, because you can lose the rounds in the very end in the judge's eyes.
And of course, he's got a cut in his left eye, Nasty Nate, so we'll see also how that plays into the judges, how they saw it.
Right.
They're counting the judges' scorecards right now. We'll soon see who made out with the win.
When judging a fight, you look for shots landed. You look for so many things: takedowns, takedown attempts, how many times you switch positions, how many times you get up off your back, and there's so many things to judge on that. You really never know who's going to win the fight. It can go either way.
That's right. And the fighters get ready. They're in the middle of the cage with Master Mike Smith. And we have tabulated the scorecards. And Jason Vargas, the announcer, takes it away.
All right, we'll go to the judges' scorecards for our decision. Judge number 3 scores this contest 30-27 Johnson. Judge number 2 scores this contest 29-28 Johnson. And judge number 1 scores it 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Sean Johnson!
There you have it. Sean Johnson is your winner of the fight. It was a good back and forth fight.
Great job by both the guys. I mean, from what we hear, Sean, he takes a fight whenever, with whoever, no questions asked. And obviously he's very confident, and we got to see some of that. I mean, he's just got some natural athletic ability. And from what I hear, he's newer to the sport. He's new to him.